Well, today we're going to talk a bit about the passive voice. So first of all, how do we form the passive voice? Well, we form it with the verb to be in the appropriate tense and the past participle of the main verb. I think that it's quite easy for you now because you already know this. Now the most important thing is to understand when do we use the passive voice, and I will give you some examples. The first situation in which you use the passive is when the person or people who do the action are either unimportant, obvious, or unknown. We don't know who did the action. For instance, that house over there was broken into yesterday. It is obvious that we don't know who the burglars were, okay? Another situation in which we will use passive voice, it's when the action is more important than the people who do it. For instance, and let me give you this perfect example, a new vaccine against COVID-19 was discovered. In that case, it is such an important event that the new vaccine appears that we actually don't care about who discovered it. Who cares? We've got the vaccine, alright? And now, another time in which you may use passive voice is when you want to avoid taking responsibility for an action or an event, yes? Or you don't want to put the blame on someone. For example, the papers got broken. You are not saying who did that, even though you may know that it was you. Alright? Or it was your friend or your sister. But you don't want to say who the person who did the action actually was. So you just say, the papers got broken. Okay? Now pay attention that I am saying got broken. And I am not using the verb to be. I'm using the verb get. It is sometimes used when you are describing an accident or something that happens unexpectedly. You may have get in speech, in informal speech, instead of the verb to be. Alright? And now, it's very important to understand that even though in most occasions you will omit the agent, you won't say who the person was, who did the action. You're not going to name the doer of the action. It is sometimes needed. Sometimes you may name or express the agent. And that is when the agent is very important or because it is essential for the meaning of the sentence. For example, the song Imagine was written by John Lennon. In that case, John Lennon is very important, and if you don't say John Lennon there, actually the whole sentence doesn't make sense. Because it would be something like the song Imagine was written. Okay, so I guess this has been useful for you. Stay tuned, study, relax, and have fun, and see you in another video. Bye bye.